Keep playing that. Keep playing that song, please. Nice.
Shabbat Shalom. So nice to have Byron Lilly with us. Cantor's taking a Shabbos off. She needs a Shabbos off before Rosh Hashanah. We continue with Lecha Dodi on pages 15 and 16.
Lecha Dodi lekrat kala yela 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 Shabbat lekabela דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת לכוונה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת לכוונה לקראת שבת לכוונך כי היא מקור מראש הקדם נסוכה זאת מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת מכוונה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שתברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת מכוונה בואי ושלום אתרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת מכוונה לך דודי לכלכלה ילה 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 משבת מכוונה.
We continue the lighting of our Shabbat candles on page 19. I'd like to call upon Byron Lilly and his lovely beloved wife, Nancy Weintraub.
Did you hear we're engaged again?
Just 37 years. In every beginning there is darkness. The darkness of chaos seems eternal, yet form emerges. Light dawns and life is born.
In the beginning, the Most High made heaven and earth.
In every beginning there is darkness. The darkness of ignorance which smothers human dignity. The darkness of fear which chokes the creative will. The darkness of tyranny which stifles freedom.
The Most High said, "Let there be light."
The Sabbath candles celebrate the divine power that makes for life and light.
Baruch atah Adonai
welcome Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Wave to someone you may not know, wish them a Shabbat
Get back to it.
We're crazy people.
Right?
Breaking the rules. Page 20 on the bottom. Shabbat is a day of freedom and peace, celebration of life and creation. May it open our eyes to the goodness we have attained, and our hearts to the goodness we may yet achieve. The moments of holiness enter the world, uniting matter and spirit in the joy of wholeness, as we welcome Shabbat, the day of days. Page 21. Now Shabbat is with us. Now reach out for the divine in ourselves and in the world.
In freedom, each of us seeks the Sabbath of the soul.
Here, time and place invite our commitment to the ancient purposes that are our present hopes. Now time and place are one, bringing promise of triumph over anguish and despair. And when we shall have gone from this place on our separate ways, may our words and promises bring fulfillment and peace.
May our words and promises become deeds, bringing fulfillment and peace.
In the sanctuary we seek to free ourselves from the fears and conflicts and alarms that estrange us from one another.
May our words and thoughts give us hope and strength.
We therefore acclaim the eternal power in the universe that helps us to grow in understanding and love and leads us to freedom.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'almad yibirach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael Bagala bagala uvizman kari V'imeru Amen. Ye'eshmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lam me'almaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal Shemei Kurusha Breiru Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Rushvechata v'nechemata Da'amiram ve'alma v'imeru Amen.
Continue with Baruch Hu on page 24. Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, ומשברותיהם ברקיר כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. There was silence, there was chaos, there was a voice. The mind went forth to form worlds. No order reigns where chaos once held sway. The moon follows accustomed paths, constellations their patterned ways. Page 28. And how unyielding is the will of our people Israel. After the long nights, after the days and years when our ashes blacken the sky, Israel endures, heart still turned to love, soul turning still to life. So day and night, early and late, we will rejoice and study Torah. We will walk by the light of Israel. We are our light and the light of our days. Praise to the source of light and love. Let us take a deep breath in. Exhaling out. Last Shabbat of this year. Breathe a nice big breath in. Exhaling out all the stuff in the shoe we want to get rid of. We need about 55 more breaths for that one.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu. I'm singing harmony. Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Be seated.
All right, I really need your help on this one. This song will sound better if I can get some clap claps. So I need 4 clap claps in each chorus, 2 clap claps in each verse. See if you can find where they go.
Don't forget your clap claps.
Everyone bring their clap claps with them?
I've never been home without my clap.
There you go. Thank you. You did great. I can see you're professionals.
Page 32. We worship the power that unites all the universe into one great harmony. That oneness, however, is not yet. We see imperfection, disorder, and evil all about us. But before our eyes is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. These two we have known in some measure. There's evil enough to break the heart, good enough to exalt the soul. Our people have experienced untold suffering and wondrous redemptions. We await a redemption more lasting and more splendid than any of the past. When will redemption come? When we look upon others as we'd have them look upon us. Once we were in bondage, then we were free. In this first liberation, our people saw revealed the power of the Most High. They perceived that God's presence redeems time and event from the hands of tyrants. We too acclaim the power that makes for freedom. We sing the song that celebrates our deliverance from Egypt and all bondage. As we continue on page 33 with Michanoch.
Bokeh ים B'nei Moshe Ze'eli anu ve'amru Ze'eli anu ve'amru
Page 34, rocking out there, finally. We haven't done a rock Shabbat in over a year and a half. I mean, I'm just saying, we are needing that so bad. Right? And we go from that to Hashkivein. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. May night spread over us a shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, the blessing of rest. There will come a time where morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish. There will come a day of happiness, of contentment, and peace. Alavai. Praise you, the source of joy within us, for the night and its rest, for the promise of peace. Central portion of our worship with our tefillah on pages 36 and following.
Adonai sefatai tifta ufia gita ginatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your words. Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Ram, Elohei Rachel, Aher HaGadol, HaGibor, VeHaNorah, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו ואהבה מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני וחיי הגבולתה והושיע מוריד הטל מחכה לחיים וחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומיתו מלך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה חיות ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי
Page 40. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. The holiness of this day is not for this day alone. Please join me. We must make it overflow into all our minutes, to hallow our weekdays from these sacred moments, hour by hour, to make the world a sanctuary where every human soul may be at home. Oh, may the all we feel at times, at the miracle of one another united in prayer, be with us tomorrow. Keep tenderness in our words, our touch, and our book. Praise be the world and the power within it that makes. Page 45. We live in two worlds, the one that is and the one that might be. Nothing is ordained for us, neither delight nor defeat, neither peace nor war. Life flows, we must freely choose. We can, if we will, change the world that is into the world that may come to be. As you're taught from of old, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from deceitful speech. Be of the disciples of Aaron, loving peace and pursuing it. The whole Torah exists only to bring peace, as it is written. Let justice dwell in the wilderness, righteousness in the fruitful field. Then all shall sit under their vines and under their fig trees. I'd like you to close your seat just for a moment. Well, as we Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah is coming, we have Nitzavim, the parsha from Deuteronomy, and the opening words or verses of Nitzavim are wonderful, I think, lead-in into Rosh Hashanah and the transition from really one year to the next. It states the following: with those who are standing here with us this day before Adonai our God, and with those who are not with us here this day. I think the message is pretty clear. We are to stand together, of course, as an entire people, as a nation, as a collective, to seek forgiveness. And that's kind of the beauty of our tradition, that we recognize all of us have gone off our path during this year. Right? The idea of Teshuvah is to return to that right path. And each of us have our own unique path. It's not one set path. Each of us have our own path. But what's cool about it is that we do it with each other. We're going through this together. And I love that idea. And I think it always echoes back really to this portion on some level. Because we have to think about those who've come before us, right? During the holidays, we're all thinking about those of us that have lost our parents, grandparents, other family members. We're thinking about those that came before us. We're also thinking about those that come after us, our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. What's our legacy, right? All of those are the kinds of questions that we want to be asking during these high holidays as they approach. But in the end, we're not alone going through this. And that's what I so love about our tradition. And that's why traditionally when we do the al-chetz, we go through the litany of things that we've done, there's a lot of those things that you and I have not done. But if one person in the sanctuary did it, then collectively we say it in solidarity to give that person support. And I love that again about our tradition. So I invite you in these few moments of silent reflection to kind of reflect on that piece for you. What is that piece as we enter in the high holidays? What is that one thing that you know you've got to kind of admit to yourself? And in amongst your community, even if it's at home on Zoom thing, or if you're in the sanctuary, just knowing that you have others that are supporting you through that. Whatever it is that we've done, just knowing that we have support to me is so powerful. We pause in silent reflection.
Shalom Rav Israel Nasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Israel Nasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael tasim leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol et ubechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. The dog seemed to like it.
We help focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. This is why we think of Sandra Adams, Sally Mendez, Hannah Bat Miriam, Eliana Bat Hannah, Ivan Aronson, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Ort Berland, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, W.L. Bradley, Rich Burns, Esther Burton, Dr. Ed Kahn, Ruth Kahn, Chu Chi, Sandra Cohen, Carolyn Franklin, Barbara Fiedman, Holly Fugit, Alan Garshon, Sharon Jenkin, Mandy Gillis, Harry Glaze, Mary Gold, Ted Guglin, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jessica Jessen, Amy Jones, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Liatzvia Babiba Shirley Lerna, Carol Lesage, Nitya Leos, Bobby Lotman, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Karen Mack, Nancy Markham, Vivian Cooper Moore, Gunther Myberg, Brad Parkins, Gabriella Pollock, Stephanie Rasmussen, Carol Ross, Linda Rogers, Ben Rubin, Dolores Sams Hoy, Gary Sanders, Laura Sanders, Malachi Sorensen, Donna Shine, Donna Thyman, Famtai Trang, Gina Thrower, Wendy Oakham-Waggle, Teresa Walsh, Jeannie Watson, Nancy Weisenfeld, Sue Witten, Sherman Wong, Brandon Yarkin, Madison Zales, and everyone who is suffering from coronavirus. If you wish to add another name to our healing list, I invite you to raise your hand. Thank you. I don't know about this protocol of wearing a mask when you're calling out names. I'm mostly here. We'll have to work on this part.
But I heard your thank you loud and clear.
Nice, nice. We think of all those we mentioned, even if we can't quite hear their names. Hear all those mentioned, those who may not name the Refuah Shlema, a speedy and complete recovery. Turn to page 101, joining together in Debbie Friedman's Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Laimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Kor HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Sherry Wiesner, and on behalf of Temple Emanu-El's Board of Trustees, I'm thrilled to welcome you to our Patio Shabbat. This week is mostly about Rosh Hashanah. Monday evening, our live streaming service will begin at 7 p.m. Then on Tuesday morning, we'll have a live streaming service for children at 9 and for adults at 10 a.m. And then at 1 p.m. on Zoom, we'll have a congregational conversation about what's in your bucket. This will be a lovely opportunity for all of us to see each other online and have a meaningful Rosh Hashanah conversation. Please sign up. At 4 p.m., we'll have our one in-person event with Tashlich at Oak Meadow Park, which will include a shofar service, and there's no need to register for that one. On Thursday at noon on Zoom, don't miss our month film discussion with Rabbi and Phil. This time they'll discuss Tel Aviv on Fire on Amazon Prime. And next Friday, during our 6:30 patio service, we will also be installing our new board. So I hope that everybody can be here for that. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom and a Shana Tova.
So there will not be a chat on Tuesday with the rabbi. Sorry, no chat. Yeah, we'll be davening. I'm actually excited about our conversation at 1 o'clock. I think you will enjoy it, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the Rosh Hashanah service. I'm going to read something that will hopefully be provocative enough for us to think about and have a discussion at 1. But I'm very, very excited about our 4 o'clock. Number one, it's our one time we can really be together physically. But I think you're going to really enjoy not just are we doing Tashlich, but adding the shofar service. So Mark Khan will be with us, our Baal Tekiah. We're still doing our shofar service during Rosh Hashanah morning service on Tuesday anyway. But the mitzvah of Rosh Hashanah is to hear the shofar. So we thought, you know what, let's do that live some way, somehow. And so that's what we'll be at Oak Meadow Park. Officially, we're not going to have food, but if you want to bring a picnic and enjoy with your family, you're more than welcome to do so. We'll meet in our normal area, 1-2 area, and then we'll walk into the lawn, right in the middle of the lawn. It's a big lawn area. Many of us who played Frisbee over the years know that lawn well. It's a great lawn. But lots of room for us, and that's where we'll do our creative tashlich and shofar service. So we really hope you'll join us for that. Any questions about the high holidays that any of you have? You guys good? Any kind of makes sense? It's all written there, Philip?
Yeah, but it says 7 a.m. on here.
7 a.m. for what?
For Monday the 6th.
Should be p.m. Yeah, Sunday 7 p.m. Except for Oliver, apparently will be here at 7 a.m. I wish he was here to hear that.
Service is at 10 p.m.
Right, we decided we're going to mess with everyone because we're not already messed up with COVID. Might as well screw up the AM and PM. Forget the AM and PM. You know the difference, right? If it's 7 o'clock, it's going to be the morning. You know that, of course. 7 evening, 10 would be morning. That's right. Anything else, Philip, over there that we should clarify?
It's okay.
All right, fair enough. You sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. I want to thank you, Byron, for being with us, even if your right shoulder is a bit challenging right now. But please don't walk into trees anymore.
Yeah.
For all of our sake.
I'll try not to.
We need our bass player for Rock
Yeah.
Shabbat.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Let alone our soloist here. With that, we continue with Elaine on page 106.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, נעשה תדועה לעשר ראשים, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושבים לו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו וגופי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו עינוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
As we come to the moment when we think about people who died recently or in years past, I invite you, upon hearing the name of your loved one, if you choose to stand as a sign of your love and grief for that person. Remain standing until the art list has been read. Then we all will rise together. On this Shabbat, we're mindful of those that are grieving the Shiva, the first week of mourning for Richard Peterson, husband of Gloria Loventhal, Perry King, mother of Gabriella Bowles. And we also think about former president of our congregation and just a foundation energy for San Jose. We think of Phil Hammer, who died this past week, and his funeral will be this Sunday. We as well think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning for Rosalind Schwartz. And we think of those that are grieving the Shana, the first year of mourning for Leon Averick, Robert Baker, Pauline Anderson Berkowitz, Carol Bitter, Roy Robert Creech, Bill Davenport, Charles Green, Bob Hirsch, Rita Kane, Selma Karcham, Janet Katz, Kevin Krieger, Hal Latz, Father Bill Leninger, Marian Suni Levin, Michal Lubin, Michael Meltzer, Manny Migdal, Roberta Stivelman Newman, Patricia Orozco, Arlene Ravel, David Reiser, Steve Reese, Cami Resnick, Edith Robinson, Stanley Rosen, Steve Rosenthal, Lois Rosette, Betty Rossman, Boris Supak, B. Chandler Shaw, Marilyn Siller, Kit Snyder, Greg Stiller, Joel Strauss, Gunther Vogler, Carol Wachtenheim, Marty Weisblatt, Henry Wild Sr., Florence Winnig, Millie Wolfson. We also think of those yard sites on this Shabbat, thinking of Edward Kraft, Etta Crone, Andres Lauber, Arthur Milberg, Samuel Miller, Fred Paul Miller, Susan Moore, Bernard Nathan, John Nemec, Betty Fade Nezanoff, Carl Pearson, Yetta Polanski, Nathan Premack, Elaine Perwin, Luis Recht, Ann Richmond, Roberta Mendel Rivera, Carolyn Robinson, Donald Rosen, Lillian Sattler, Pam Allison, Morris Altman, Ruth Bernstein, Mildred Brenner, Jean Brister, Jack Tchaikovsky, Elaine Levin Cobb, Lillian E. Davis, Nathaniel Davis, Rick Davis, Edward Fox, George Goldstein, Al Greenberg, Florine Griff Falk, Sheila Hyman, Leo Herscher, Jacob E. Jones, Sarah Kaplan, Rose Koster, Saul Schneiderman, Edie Schwartz, Eddie Schwartz, Paula Senegagalia, Savon Siegler, Gladys Sussman Maxey, Janet A. Taylor, Ruth Timpson, Henry Tucker, Hubert Turnbull, Nini Unger, Glima Billy Walters, Michael White, Elaine Wiesner, Elizabeth Wilbur, May S. Willits, Elsa Wolf, Ralph Woods. Zichronam Livracha, may all the memories of our loved one endure as a blessing as we turn to page 110 to recite together our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'almad yivrach urutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon of yomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agalav uzman kariv v'imru amen. V'hei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'taleh v'talal shmei dekudesha b'rechu, le'olam miko berchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran belma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlomo Rabba mishamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom v'imromav, Yaseh shalom, aleinu v'kol Yisrael, v'kol tushvei tevel, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to those who are bereaved among us, wherever they may be, as we say together, amen. We conclude with Osei Shalom.
Osei Shalom b'mromav, Yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. One more. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom,
Shalom.
Shana Tova Metuka, and we'll continue with Kiddush Motzi right over there.
Do a sweet Shabbos and a very sweet Nigga. I can see all your put-ups really quickly. Look at that.
Healthy.
And very healthy.